Hello everybody, this is the Time Project. I'm here with making another video, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say at the moment. Today we are going to be playing Dragon's Lair. Now, I have the volume turned down to the lowest possible thing, and I'm actually being louder than normal right now. So this is going to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's very quiet. I can't. I mean, of course, if I can, stop talking, then I'll hear it. But, right now, I can't hear it. So, yeah, this is an app. It only costs, $5. It's not the best, but it works. Before we play the game, these videos cannot be more than 30 minutes long, so we want to get right into this. Let's just watch the trailer. Or, I guess, the startup video. I mean, I guess I should talk over it. I don't know. You probably hear it anyway, because, these get really fucking loud. Yeah, this is a 1983 arcade game. It was made by Don Bluth, and it was pretty revolutionary for its time, because it's kind of like a full interactive animated movie, and it's also an extremely hard game. So when I play it, we're going to be cheating a bit, because this version of the game because usually what you need to do is that you need to basically guess. Anyway, we're going to go back, play game, new game. Now, arcade mode, this is basically if you have to beat all the scenes, but if you die in one scene, you just get transported to another one. So we're going to that was how it was in the original arcade version. We're going to do home. We're going to turn the arcade cabinet off. And honestly, since we don't want this video to go on too long, we're going to have 5 lives. And also, we're going to have the move guide on. This basically tells you what move to do every time and when to do it. Is this cheating? Yes. I don't care. Hopefully that you can hear this, because I am going to be really fucking pissed if you can't. Alright, got it. Anyway, I've tried to beat this game normally, and it's just way too hard. It's more so like a product of its time than an actual game that should really be worth than a game that's really fun to play. I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's I wouldn't consider it a bad game, especially compared to the NES port, which is just literal garbage, and you can't even beat the first level. But yeah, I would definitely not consider it good. Oh, if you drink it, guess what? You die. Isn't that fun? Yeah, sometimes it's not even clear what you have to do. Sometimes you have to use this sword when there's a bunch of enemies coming towards you, but sometimes you just move. And it's really hard to gauge what you need to do. And I guess that's what's a little frustrating about this game. I'm not sure if I don't want to call it a bad game. It's fine for its time, but it's not a very fun game to play. It's more like an interactive movie that's kind of interesting to watch every once in a while. Alright, got it. Okay, I believe this game can take 9 minutes if you do everything perfectly, but usually it's probably going to take more than that because of how much time I'm going to spend failing. Okay, this is probably the bullshit that this game makes you do, because these first 2 you need to use the sword, but the next one that they throw at you, the third one, you need to use one of the arrows, which is kind of bullshit. And then the other 2 you need to use the sword. It's really bullshit, is what I'm saying. Well, I just got eaten. I guess it's if there's one thing I can say, it's interesting to see all the different death animations. They're really interesting. I think that makes it worth it. Maybe sometime on my own I'll beat the game normally, I guess. But I don't really care that much. I haven't actually made a video game, a video of a game in quite a while at this point. I've beaten the arcade version, but like not without the move guide. Yeah, I know this is cheating, but like again, I said it before, I really don't care if it's cheating. Like, because this game gets really frustrating. Um. Anyway, oh, I'll have to do that entire scene again. Oh, and game over. Interesting. Okay, so of course, going to continue. So, I guess I should actually talk about something. So, I'm going to be completely honest here. I have kind of had it with the online left. And, like, if you've participated in the online left, you'll probably hate it just as much as I do. Like, I understand that, like, at its core, like, there's a lot of things about the online left that really bug me. I guess the first one, I guess we can say, is that the online left is seriously making the same mistake over and over and over again. So many times. And I don't get how they keep making the same mistake. And that mistake is partnering with fascists. Now, what they do is that they'll say that they're just simply building coalitions on the left. But in reality, what they're doing is really harmful. And I'm going to explain why. I think there's a difference between reaching out to, say, conservatives or right-wingers and just allying with right-wing militia groups. There are clear differences between those. And I don't think anyone would object to, like, reaching out to conservatives. The thing is, when you reach out to conservatives, my main goal is to not just ally with them, but to bring them over to the left. I think it's counterproductive if a conservative, if you have right-wing people in your movement, they're not like, if you just have right-wing people in your movement, like, the point is to, like, kind of bring them over. I think that's a big thing that I want to do, and not just on, like, universal healthcare, but on other issues too, like racial justice and policing. I mean, eventually, like, the goal is for them to not be a conservative anymore. I guess I'll show some of the death scenes, because some of them are really funny, or some of them are pretty creative and funny. The animation's, like, really good. There was supposed to be a Dragon's Lair movie, but they haven't made it yet. Anyway, this is mainly in reference to the Boogaloo Boys and Jimmy Dore, who I really hate Jimmy Dore. He's a failed comedian, and you can tell because he's not funny. That time was on purpose. I mean, no, that one wasn't on purpose. I just sucked. It's literally telling me what moves to do, and I still suck. Wow. Okay, so about Jimmy Dore. Basically, he said that the left should come together with right-wing militias to defeat the establishment, and then they can fight. This is probably the worst idea, and I'm not sure if he's amended this idea, but this is quite literally the worst idea I've ever heard. Because let's be real here. What he is proposing here is actually dangerous. Like, the Boogaloo Boys are not your friends. They do Rittenhouse drills. It's literally open that they do Rittenhouse drills and are massively racist. Like, the fact that they want a civil war doesn't mean they want to, like, fight the government. A lot of them would want a race war. Some of them are on the far right. Some of them are, like, libertarians. But, like, either way, what I say is that you shouldn't trust anybody who calls himself a Boogaloo Boy. And the Boogaloo Boy that, like, Jimmy Dore interviewed is literally the only one they ever bring up. They never bring up any of the other Boogaloo Boys. Why is it only this one? Like, you understand that, like, one of the groups that the Nazis persecuted in the Holocaust were the communists. If you ever actually team up with the right and beat the establishment, the right is going to turn on you and then try to kill you. They are not down with communism, believe it or not. Who would have thought that? The right does not want to implement communism. You just played yourself. This should be like common knowledge to not work with right-wing militias, but honestly, I feel the need to like really make the point over and over again because the left keeps making the same mistake. I mean, even like some guy, there's some guy on Twitter, I'm sure you know him, he's Socialist MMA, and like honestly, I don't like, honestly, like that guy, Vosh debated him once, and like Vosh is also a fucking, like, they're both fucking idiots, honestly. Like watching them debate gives me an aneurysm because of how stupid they are. But I think they debated on like Biden and moving the Democratic Party left, and like they're both, yeah, yeah. It wasn't a very productive discussion because they're both brain dead. Either way, Socialist MMA apparently is now okay with the Boogaloo Boys. Like he originally said something more reasonable, like oh liberals are our enemy, but the Boogaloo Boys are also our enemy. But now he's like, oh, actually, we're building coalitions now. It's okay. And that was basically like that was basically the main reason that I unfollowed him. I know I don't want to make like myself look very important, but yeah, that's mainly why. By saying, oh man, I unfollowed this guy on Twitter who doesn't even really have any power anyway, but whatever. But yeah, I actually just started unfollowing a lot of like big lefty accounts because I just got tired of them. Like I unfollowed Vosh because like I think because at some point I finally like figured out like just the depths of like how he's like literally like saying the tactical N-word, having it like unhinged like queer phobic rants, and like many times having like unhinged queer phobic rants, and he's defended himself saying the N-word multiple times, has defended child porn he says that he's doing it by saying that if child slavery is bad, then so should child porn. But like, I mean, I don't know why you would ever want to come across as if you're defending child porn. I think that's a bad idea no matter what. But yeah, that's a main reason. Also, he's like a sex pest and a chaser. It's just, wow. Generally, what a fucking terrible... He's just generally just a shit person. So yeah, I unfollowed him for that. Shu, I unfollowed because, like, she hasn't changed at all. She's just the same reactionary piece of shit she's always been. She just wants healthcare. She just wants healthcare now. She doesn't care about anything. Kyle Kalinske, he's just become unbearable. Like, kissing the ass of, like... I mean, Crystal Ball, because she really likes Sauger, who's, like, a fucking, like, extreme far-right idiot, and just never challenges him on any of the far-right insane shit he says. Just never challenges him. And, like, Kyle Kalinske basically just... It's just fucking annoying, dude. I can't really say much there. Again, I said Socialist MMA doubling down on the red-brown shit. Brianna Joy Gray, I used to like, but then when progressive people were getting like Me Too'd and accused of sexual like harassment, that was when she said, hey, you know what? Me Too is going too far and it's being used against the left. And honestly, at that point, I was just like, you know what? No, fuck this. I'm not doing this anymore. David Pacman, I unfollowed because he's a Zionist, which was apparently he's always been a Zionist, which, I mean, I guess that makes sense why he never covers Israel negatively, even during the like major conflict between Israel and Palestine. He just never covered it because he knew it would be unpopular. Anyway, yeah, mainly why I unfollowed David Pacman. Ryan Knight has very shallow political analysis. I mean, you can always say, like, break the duopoly, the Democrats are right-wing capitalist party. Like, you can only say that so many times before it gets tiring. Like, these people, what they say, it's just so tiring. Like, it's like an AI program. It's just annoying. Like, his political analysis is just so shallow, I guess is what I'm saying. I unfollowed a lot of people because, I don't know, like, because, like, honestly, a lot of online communists have just become basically genocide deniers and basically only care about war crimes and human rights abuses if the US does them. And anytime like some other country or communist country does them, they're either okay or they're either justified, they're either okay or good, actually. Or they just didn't happen and they're just CIA propaganda. I mean, you can only use the Western propaganda line so many times before it gets annoying and overused. I need to press that in time. I need to get that button done in time. Yeah. Um, I just unfollowed so many lefty accounts. This other one, I think it's like, oh, if you want to go like to the gem, you just die. You just fall over and die. Oh, there's some other account called Z Squirrel or something. Yeah, I unfollowed them because defending Glenn Greenwald is bad and I don't like it. They just defended Glenn Greenwald. I can't take that shit. Like, why are so many of these, like, Twitter... Maybe, I mean, I know these are only a select few people and making myself out to be very important, like having moral reasons to unfollow these people on Twitter, but, like, I'm just getting so tired of the online left, man. And even then, my days have been significantly better when I have unfollowed these dumb accounts. It's just made my life so much better, especially when like some of these online, when some like group of like online lefties literally like went on a show with a Holocaust denier, and this was with the Boogaloo Boy that Jimmy Dore interviewed. Like the Boogaloo Boy that Jimmy Dore interviewed, like he had a Holocaust denier on his show, and they had a friendly chat with a few other like popular, like left, quote unquote lefties on Twitter, and that was I found that to be pretty gross. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna suck so hard at this game. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I really sucked at that one. Yeah, the online. Yeah, I'm just done with the online left. Honestly, I'm still gonna like follow. I'm still gonna like follow this shit, but like it's just getting annoying. So okay, I kind of exhausted all I want to talk about like why I hate the online left so much. Like, I guess maybe I should just like actually go out do some real activism and not just hang out with these dipshits every day. Well, here's a nice way to end the round things up. We're at the end, the last room, the Dragon's Lair per se. No, I'm not going to do the arcade version. I've had enough of this game. I already recorded another version of this game where like the mic audio was just way too quiet and the game audio was way too loud. So I'm not going to do this another time. Like I'm done. Okay? Buy the app for yourself. It's like $5 on the App Store. That's all it costs for me. And watch me bitch about the online left for like, I don't know how long this video is. Hopefully it's under 30 minutes because I couldn't have even uploaded that like one gameplay video even if I wanted to. All right. There we go. Okay, I'm not gonna jinx myself, but this last room is actually not as hard as you might think. And I just jinxed myself. Amazing. The sad thing is that it's a long room and you kind of have to do the whole ordeal all over again if you miss. And like back then you only had like 5 lives. So this game was fucking insanely hard. I mean, I'm sure this I'm sure it was a very innovative game at the time, but like, but like, it's just really fucking hard now. I guess I respect the game a lot more than I like it. I'm not sure if it's good game design. It's a bit tricky. I don't know. At the very least, I think part of the joy is seeing all the all the creative death animations, which I admit are pretty fun to see. Oh, there was this other person on Twitter I unfollowed. I guess I should mention this one because I'm mentioning people on the online left, so I might as well say their names. Oh, I was almost there. Anyway, Beth Lynch. I think maybe I already mentioned that name, but like Beth Lynch, I unfollowed because she's a literal convicted sex pest. Literal convicted pedophile, and she does not even deny it. Amazing. I have no idea how old that person is. Okay, I really need to stop fucking this up because I only have like 30 minutes. That is how long this video can be. Like, I can't even save it and edit it in iMovie. So. You have to watch. You have to like hear this whole ordeal all over again every single time. It gets annoying and repetitive. All right. Down. Okay, down again. Side. This next one is going to be up. Come on. Up. Ah! I was so close. Okay, I'm really gonna have to like not fuck up anymore because like I don't want to have to do this whole thing all over again. Like, and I mean like do this entire video all over again because like my thing will literally not like let me upload anything if it's not under 30 minutes. I'll be pissed if it comes close and I just miss it. Because this one's usually pretty easy. I shouldn't have said that because I jinxed myself. Like, sometimes, I don't know, it's just random bursts of, like, sucking at the game. Because it took me, like, a week to literally get motivated to make this video again. And then I'm probably gonna have to get real motivated to make this video again if it fails. And try to get it under 30 minutes the next time. Because I'm not paying for, like, I'm not paying for, like, a better version of this, honestly. Like, I'm not doing that. Okay. The next one's down. Side. Okay. Up. There we go. I got it. Okay, hopefully that was under 30 minutes. If it's not, I'm gonna I'm gonna like throw a fucking fit. I'm gonna be real mad. Okay. Please have this be under 30 minutes, okay? Okay. Alright, that's Dragon's Lair. Oh, I was actually well under 6 minutes. Anyway, yeah, that's Dragon's Lair. That was pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully the audio wasn't too loud. And I'm not going to make a version of the original arcade version of the game or do it like the real way where you aren't just told what moves to do every time. If you want to do that, This app is $5, and be my guest, and maybe you can upload that video and show me how great you are at this game. Anyway, this was the Time Project, signing out.